like weed brownies or something milder like that. You gotta be careful. Like there's a saying in herbalism, and it's everything that you take. It can be food, it can be people, it can be drink, it can be drugs, it can be anything. Anything in this world is either a poison or a medicine. It depends on the dosage and how you use it. So I've experimented with mushrooms a few times, maybe like 5 times in total in my life, and I would never recommend it without a person that's next to you that knows what they're doing and knows like the setting and people around you when you do these things are the most crucial. That's why there are shamans. Like I would also, if I was in another culture and not like a Western culture where I am right now, if I was somewhere other, I would call myself a shaman. I would call myself a person that can guide people through these type of subconscious journeys. And you kind of, if you don't know what you're doing and you take a huge dose of mushrooms, that can leave side effects. Like people have committed suicide after that. People have, like you say, you get PTSD, you get things because it takes so much time to integrate what you see. You become so sensitive to things then after that. You gotta be prepared for those things. You gotta set an intention, and you gotta. Dude, I almost killed myself in the trip. Yeah, yeah. It took me a while. Like, it took me a while after that. It's been 2 years to have post-traumatic stress disorder from it. Yeah. You need to do a lot of grounding, a lot of body exercises. You need to root yourself in the physical. And I get now that you've been speaking like you feel so, like you feel your entire body so intensely. Yeah, that's what mushrooms do to you. They make you so aware of each cell in your body, and it takes time. 2 years. Just be gentle with yourself. It's like you have made you made a pact with an organism that's very very peculiar and very something you can't understand. Like it's not like eating a potato which is gonna make you a little bit sluggish, and it's gonna give you some mucus and keep you warm for an hour. Like mushrooms are very intelligent, but not in a sense of words. They don't use words. You just feel things. You feel it through your heart. You feel things through an electromagnetic spectrum. And suddenly after the trip you feel things you could never feel before. And I just caution everyone, don't think this is like a superpower. Everything you gain, you lose something as well. So you might gain hypersensitivity and you could become this superhero, but it's not an easy thing to manage. I know it took me, like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna smoke weed again in my life. I've smoked so much weed my entire life. It's, if I can just put on paper how much money I spent on weed, I would probably have like a house somewhere in Bali or something. And after taking mushrooms, I never want to take mushrooms again, because I realized what the message was, and it has taken me so much time to reprogram my nervous system. I took mushrooms and I went into the forest by myself and I ran in circles, barely breathing for 3 hours before I was ready to come back into civilization, because I didn't want to come back into the city for like being on shrooms. And that thing stuck with me, I think the same as you, Sam. Like, it stuck with me that I took it in the wrong setting. I took shrooms and went into the forest by myself. People have ceremonies for that. People have like a shaman next to them just doing this. Ah, you're gonna be fine. You're not dying. You're not dying. Everything's gonna be okay. Don't panic. This is just your ego dissolving. This is just your construct of your mind dissolving. It's nothing to be worried about. And I took a dose of mushrooms and I went into the forest by myself, and I was like, what is that? And I did that for 3 hours. And I came back, and then for for 3 months I was like, what's the point of life? And I was like this. Like I saw the void, and the void stared back at me, and I felt the whole universe and the whole earth at the same time. And then I was like, am I everything? Is this girlfriend that's sitting next to me, is this also me? Am I talking to myself now? What's the point of living if we're all dead in 500 years? Why should I get up? I'll get out of bed if I'm gonna die one day. Is everything worth doing, or is nothing worth doing? Like I went into nihilism, and then I'm like, but there has to be something. Like I'm alive now. Might as well do something now. Like one day I'm gonna go back to being everything, to being spirit or God or however you want to call it, nature, oneness, the light, the source. But as long as I'm here, I might as well do something. I might as well do martial arts and paint and speak to people on lives and make babies one day, and who knows. So psychedelics are, they can be a great thing. It very, very depends on your intention and how do you ground it. So what mushrooms do to you? They forcefully open all your chakras. They forcefully put a current, an electromagnetic current. Your chi energy starts circulating through your entire body whether you want it or not. So all the blocks, all the subconscious beliefs you think you do, it's like a snow globe. You're the snow globe, and the snow is slowly settled. The snow is settled down, and then you take psychedelics, and the psychedelics take your snow globe and go like this, and then you gotta wait until it settles down again. But while it's doing that, you just go. You're like a snake. You're just like, what is this now? And it's just like energy up and down your spine, and you breathe uncontrollably, and it's like, it's not an easy thing. It's not something I would recommend to everyone. It's not something, it makes you very aware of things. It's like, if you think that there is a lot of things that you haven't admitted to yourself, if there's a lot of things you think you're avoiding in this life, don't do it if you're not ready. It's like they will smack you in the face with all the things that you are lying to yourself. It will smack you in the face. You will realize that you thought you were your mind all this time, but the mind is only words. You are actually this breathing body, this living, breathing, in the moment awareness. You're not your mind that's speaking. When you're on psychedelics, you feel the difference between what the mind is and who you are. And most of us, we think we are the mind. And then you take psychedelics and suddenly you realize, I thought I was the mind, but this mind, this is just words. I'm actually this body. And then you kind of look at yourself walking, and you kind of perceive yourself, oh my God, who's doing this walking if I'm the mind? And then you gotta say, but I'm not the mind. And you gotta say goodbye. It's not like I'm out of my mind. It's just like it puts so much distance between who you are and what your thoughts are, and not a lot of people can handle that. It takes years and years and years to, through meditation and through practices, to kind of distance yourself from your thoughts a bit. But you want to take 5 grams of mushrooms, it's gonna be like that. Like, no, this is not you. A lot of people can't take that. A lot of people go crazy. A lot of people... It's not something I would recommend to everyone. I would say even a big minority of people can handle this. So, not a lot of people can handle weed. If you haven't experimented with anything and you feel like you want a little bit of something, take an edible. Take a weed cookie, a small dose, Or like Sam, like you said, if you want to try mushrooms, it can be amazing, can be healing. It can rewire your nervous system. You can stop fearing things. You can look at life in a more beautiful way, like we are all one. But it all depends on who you take it with, who will guide you through it, how much will you take at start, and are you grounded? Are you safe in your body before you do the trip? Who you're doing it with? Is it at a party where a lot of people are drunk, or is it in a retreat in a forest where there's 5 people around you playing like these type of like this, like somebody playing like it's such a difference, the set and the setting. That's why there are shamans. That's why people go to ayahuasca trips in Peru, where there are people who know the plant. It's the plants are intelligent. All the plants are intelligent. They just can't speak. They communicate through the energy spectrum, the electromagnetic spectrum that you feel through the heart, through the nervous system. And there are people that can translate those things, that can guide those things, and those people work with those plants for I don't know how long. If you're in the Western world, you go take a bunch of mushrooms and you sit in a park bench with us, with so many people walking their dogs around, and you take mushrooms. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You're gonna feel every single person's emotions intensely. You're gonna feel their thoughts. You're gonna like it's supposed to be an inwards journey with like it's supposed to usher you into a new way of relaxed being, but like even doing it alone, I wouldn't suggest it. Like Sam, you say you have PTSD from that. Once you ground it, the main thing you need to do, you need to ground it. You need to start feeling safe in your body. You need to start doing body practices like yoga, tai chi, qigong, somatic work, like touching, tapping. You need to ground. You need to integrate what you saw, what you felt, and become a functional member of society again. I don't know how to do it fully yet, but I'm still trying to do it. I'm still trying to, like, when you take mushrooms, you just look at society and like, where are you people rushing? Like, where are you rushing off to? Like, nature doesn't rush anything. Why are you running? Like, why are you in lack all the time? Why are you doing this 9 to 5 grind? Like, one of the first times I took mushrooms, I was living in Ireland at the time. I was working in a private hospital in the archives. I was just punching in, scanning things all day. And I went back to Croatia, because I'm from Croatia originally. And I went back to Croatia into this forest cabin of my friend, and we took mushrooms. And after we finished it, and the trip finished, and like 2 days after that, I had to get on a flight and finish my vacation and go back to Ireland. And I was like, how the hell am I gonna go back to the office scanning things after I took these mushrooms that kind of connected me with all nature and all the plants, and I could feel the earth breathing, and I made artwork about it. You can check it out on my website. I made so much artwork after my trips. It's ridiculous. And I was like, how the hell am I gonna go back sitting for 8 hours scanning documents? Yeah. Be careful with psychedelics. Inform yourself. Take a small dose and go to people that know how to guide you through it. And if you have issues, like we can talk about this tomorrow, Sam. Like what are some ways that you can ground? Because it took me so much time, so much breathing and slow. So you need to feel heavy again and not be everything, but be just Sam for this lifetime, because you will be everything once you die. But since while you're here, it's important for you to be Sam. It's important for you to be your own body, and to kind of go a little bit like this, and just kind of kind of focus on the things that you want, and that's how you ground. You use it, and you can also talk to other people and help them with their PTSD as well. So yeah, we went on a tangent about psychedelics, but yeah, I'm very passionate about it because I'm a herbalist and I love plants. I love animals as well. I like octopuses, and I like the wild cats. I like all these peculiar animals. Beck says fascinating talk. I did my dissertation on a shamanic tourism 20 years ago. Nice, such an interesting topic. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Octopus is a kind of a cat. Yeah, octopus. Yeah, they are so amazing. They're ridiculous. They can change like 4 million colors on their skin, and they are colorblind. How does that work? Nature, you are like, oh my god. Like, how does that work? How does, I don't know. They see with their skin, I guess. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, share your story below. Check out my audio courses: Human Design, Basics, Intermediate, Projector Masterclass, other Human Design that will come out. Check out the Elemental Balancing audio course. They're all available on the Insight Timer app, where you are also invited to join the course classroom. In there, you can ask questions and get direct voice messages from me, and also engage with other students, share your feedback and insights, and further your learning. For one-on-one human design coaching and psychotherapy, send an inquiry through the website. Join us on the Insight Timer live sessions, where we do fascia and qigong stress release classes. Check out my art and merch webshop full of my original designs ready to be printed on shirts, notebooks, and many other products. Download my free ebooks and join my newsletter to stay connected and get updates and content in your email. Everything mentioned is available at icreatelines.com. Peace, health, and abundance.